6, metabolism.
Alright. Guide for reading. Key concepts. What is the function of ATP in living cells? How does a cell obtain the energy and building blocks needed for the construction of new biological compounds? What happens in a cell during anabolism? How do nitrogen-fixing bacteria provide plants with a usable form of nitrogen? Vocab. Adenosine triphosphate. ATP. Metabolism. Catabolism. Anabolism. Reading strategy. Comparing and contrasting. When you compare and contrast things, you examine how they are alike and different. As you read, list the similarities and differences between catabolism and anabolism. Connecting to your world. The body's metabolic. I cannot read today.
You can do it.
Metabolic rate is controlled by a hormone called thyroxine that is released by the thyroid gland. When a person's diet does not contain adequate iodine, the thyroid gland is unable to produce and release thyroxine. The gland begins to swell, forming a goiter. In this section, you will learn where some of the nutrients in a person's diet come from and how they are involved in metabolic reactions. ATP. In living cells, ATP is the energy carrier between the spontaneous reactions and that release energy and non-spontaneous reactions that use energy. Catabolism. The degradation of complex biological molecules such as carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids during catabolism provides the energy and building blocks for the construction of a new biological compound needed by the cell. Anabolism. In anabolism, the products and the energy of catabolism are used to make new cells, part, and compounds needed for cellular life and growth. The nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria reduce atmospheric nitrogen N2G to ammonia NH3G, a water-soluble form of nitrogen that can be used by a plant.
Biological nitrogen fixation, industrial nitrogen fixation. Fix.
Really?
Okay, we'll go first.
Figure 24.23. ATP is ADP that has been phosphorylated. ATP provides energy to muscles for moving the body. Comparing and contrasting. How is the structure of ATP similar to that of a DNA nucleotide?
Figure 24.24. Organisms such as this mouse use the energy stored in the chemical bond of food molecules to power their body processing.
Figure 24.25. The breakdown of glucose to carbon dioxide and water is one of the most important energy-yielding processes of catabolism. Making generalizations. What happens to the number of carbon-carbon bonds from one step to the next?
Figure 24.26. Simple compounds produced by catabolism is used in the synthesis reaction of anabolism. Applying concepts. What part of metabolism releases energy? What part uses energy?
Figure 24.27. Nitrogen moves between the atmosphere and the biosphere in the nitrogen cycle.
Figure 24.28. The bumps on these plant roots contain bacteria which live in symbiotic relationships with the plants. The plant gets nitrogen in a form it can use, and the bacteria get food in the form of sugars that the plant makes during photosynthesis. Okay, get out a sheet of paper, MLA.
Already got
that? Okay. So for your notes, you're gonna do figure 24.26 on page 788. Well, I'm supposed to do this.
You wanted you guys to do count.
Yeah. And so I was like, no, we'll do this. 788.
What figure is it?
Either one.
That's
24.26. Yeah, that one.
Should have made him do 24.23.
So we're doing
It's like orange and blue. Yeah.
Disney.
Are we doing two figures?
No, just one.
you have had this off you the whole entire time. That's no good.
It's, ow, Razzle, that's bright.
Bruh.
They're like fine
Put on
about
your
it.
sunglasses.
I can't. It makes it look like I'm smoking or something.
Said, "Give me some."
Nobody words.
Okay.
One or two.
Who's
Just
reading
have to
one?
say the questions.
Like you tell people to say it, and then you say it.
Yeah. The person's like on. That's the only one to say. I'll say the answers.
Bruh.
Yeah, no, it's been. That's been.
If it hits me in the head, I
You're a
would
failure
be
of
so.
your life. You're a failure of your life. Spin it. You're
Hey.
a failure of your life. You're a failure of your life.
Did anybody go to awards night last night?
Yes.
A lot of money given out.
Yeah, it was.
I was on the ocean.
You were in the ocean at 9:30 last night?
Yeah, I didn't go home until like 11:30.
Who got the Williams Award? Williams Scholarship.
I know Billy Ann got a scholarship named after her. That was
And
pretty
I
cool.
saw an email about it already asking for applicants from Mr. Fingerson. Says, I need to recommend 3 junior females for the PEO scholarship that Billy Ann got this year. The things they look for are at least a 3.0 GPA, excellence in leadership, academics, extracurricular activities, volunteer service,
Which one else is straight B?
and potential for
Which one
success.
else is straight B?
They would like to get the names and be able to interview the 3 before summer kicks in. Are you listening to this?
Yeah. Yeah.
$2,500 for one deserving student.
Bless your soul.
Soon today.
That feels so good.
I hate
Wish
sneezing.
I could do 5 of those in a row.
Oh.
You know, I'm lucky if I can just sneeze once. Sneeze like 500 times. It's horrible. John, stop. You're making a break.
I know, you like made me look at it. It's like,
Are you guys almost done?
Raise your hand if you're done.
Okay.
Want to play
I'll be nice and wait till everybody's done.
Never volunteers.
Just take that.
Razzle, that light is so bright.
Yeah, that's so that we can get you. Are they still filming?
Yeah, am I supposed to?
it needs like a shade on
You're
it.
gonna have like a
I'm
lot.
gonna cut a bunch when it's nothing.
Okay, stop staring at it.
It needs
He
like a,
is
I'm already
blind.
blind.
it needs
Have
like
you
a
seen
shade.
his glasses?
You didn't need to do one.
No, it needs to light up your faces so that everybody that watches this from the
Freaking
lazy boy
eyeballs
can
hurt.
say,
Use a light
oh,
that's
I
not.
get it. These
They're like
guys are
dry up in
thinking
my
that
head.
and
Yeah,
this.
use a light that's not
Whatever.
on.
Hey, we gotta get going though. Wrap
Okay.
'em up.
So at the bottom of the page, section 24.6, RQ 1 and 2, page 798.
Oh, is this 24.6?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Chango Wango.
Wait, now we're doing the RQ?
Yeah.
Stage 1.
Tyler, you ready for the RQ?
No. Is there
Huh?
a driver's truck?
That's what I thought. You ready for the RQ?
Sadie, read number 1. Please.
What is the role of ATP in energy production and energy use in living cells?
Okay. Capital I. In living cells, comma, ATP is the energy carrier between the spontaneous reactions that release energy.
Can we go back to spontaneous reactions?
Okay. So it's in living cells, comma, ATP is the energy carrier between the spontaneous reactions that release energy and
non-spontaneous reactions.
and non-spontaneous reactions that use energy. Period. God, the second one is so long.
That one?
The second one is so long.
You can always do another. You can always do another question that's easy. Wait, always do number 3. Always do number 3. Or number 4.
No, because I wrote down number 2. It's really not that long. I just don't know how to say the second word.
Duration?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what has this big one?
Say the second word. Is it?
Degradation.
Degradation. They
Number 2
degrade.
says, Alroy, what does number 2 say?
Give me a sec. God, I shouldn't have drank all that coffee.
Okay. Number 2. What is the function of metabolism in the cells of living organisms? Question mark.
Okay. Capital T. The degradation, no,
Degradation.
of complex biological molecules such as carbohydrates, comma,
Whoa. Read it again.
the degradation of complex biological molecules such as carbohydrates, comma. Lipids,
You
comma,
were great last night.
proteins,
I
comma,
need a coffee.
and nucleic acids during catabolism provides the energy and the building blocks for the construction of new biological compounds needed by the cell
Okay, what's after building blocks?
for the construction of new biological compounds needed by the cell. Pass me the left.